Hi everybody, it's Constance with Charming Custom Crafts, and welcome to a new edition of my mini-series. And you'll see me once again flip-flop back and forth on mini-series. It kind of goes with what I plan on doing, what I'm doing around the house, or if I have a question from a follower, YouTuber. I've had a lot of interest in my mini albums and youth, including the young teenagers that are wanting to know how to make these. So I'm going to show you. You guys know that I started one last year. Sadly, it was last year, and I am slowly working on it. This is for my mother-in-law. This was supposed to be her Christmas present, but this is the one that I'm working on. And you guys have seen the Justin Bieber or the vintage one. I've done a lot of them, but this has been one of my patterns that I use. It's really easy, and obviously you can see my supplies below. So, you know, this, you can see that I'm working on it. There are some new things added to it. I'm going to be finishing this up, I hope here in the next couple weeks. She told me the theme of hers, but this is hers. And again, feel free to go back and look at the vintage mini. It is fully loaded. I think it's a 3 or 4 part video because I doubled the pages, which I warn you when you guys do minis to be very careful not to really go over 6 pages, because otherwise you'll be working on it seriously forever. And that's why that one was so many pages long. But that one was made for my father-in-law to remember his parents who had recently in the last couple of years passed. But this is really cute. This is one for my mother-in-law, and you'll see this themed. It's going to be children themed. So it's going to be her grandkids, actually. 3 with my brother-in-law and 2 with us. So I wanted to share this one real quick. But this is super cute. But I want to show you real quick how to make this. And I use regular paper bags, as you guys see. I have a bag over, but I'm going to change my mind on that. You can use this hole puncher. If you have a different hole puncher, you can. I don't know. I don't think this is, it could be. I guess it is Martha Stewart. Okay, it's Martha Stewart. Or, you know, for the most part, sometimes I just use the regular, everyday hole puncher that I've had this thing for probably 15 years. Everybody should have these, especially when you have children, the basic one. You're just going to need your cutboard, or you can actually just use a pair of scissors. I'm actually going to turn this around because I'm right-handed. But it's just basic paper bags. The color matters not. I'm actually only going to show you the basics to show this because I'm actually going to start the mini sort of like that one, and I'm going to leave it and use it as part of my challenge prize for my bi-monthly challenge. I'm not doing weekend challenges anymore. So I'm going to actually take out, let's do 5 pages. So I pulled out 5, and you guys have seen me do 5. Now, we all know that most paper, if you buy the big packs, they're 12 by 12. So my suggestion is when you start looking at these, that you cut it to 6 inches. And I say that because that way you can use the pages. And we'll cut one to show you. That one's actually longer, and I had bought a particular pack of paper for it. But I suggest that you actually cut it at 6 inches if you want to stretch your paper out. And I'm going to do this because I am going to make this one, I think, a baby album. At least start it, and then I'm going to leave it to whoever wins it. So you're just going to cut it, and we're going to do this to all of them. And it doesn't look very much. Actually, that's probably not the right size. Let me grab that. It needs to be 6 inches past, and I'll show you that. 6 inches past this mark. See where the flap is? So we're going to put that at the 6-inch line, and this is how you're going to remember cutting it. So it's trying to stretch your paper as much as possible, and you want to cut that end off so that you have a nice crease. And I'll leave that because I'll do a different mini with that one. And I'll get another paper. So we're going to do that to all of them here. And you'll see why I actually, and it doesn't matter if it edges up like this, because you're going to cover that up. And like I said, this is just a basic mini. There are so many different ways to do the paper bag album. It's unflippin' believable. I have researched, and this was just kind of my idea from researching everybody here on YouTube, and you guys do a fabulous job. But, you know, everybody has their own twist to things, and it's always nice as a community that we get to go out and do the research to see the different types that come out there, because, you know, sometimes you may not want to do this, or maybe you want to do something a little more. Let me grab another bag because I need another one here. So I would measure depending on the length, because the other side obviously is going to be long, and I'll show you this with this mini that I have started a long time ago. I finished other ones in the meantime. So, you know, I have these pages. Okay, so this is now cut this way. If you see how I have it set up on this, I actually cut the edges, and I do that so that it gives it more dimension and it's not so flat. You don't have to. You can leave this as is. But I personally like how this flips over the way that I do this, so that, you know, if you put this as a pocket, it leaves it open in the back, and then it also gives you that open room for you to put your tags and whatnot down in the side. So you can see why I actually angle this. So what I do is, it is crazy. I actually just make a pattern, and you guys will have to make a pattern. You don't have to, but if you're going to do this style, what I do is I just go down here, and I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking, let me move something here. My little birdhouse that Natalia made me. And I don't want to mess up my Mickey. That's my card holder when I do display cards. And I just kind of figure out what I want for a corner. Now, you could do it this way, by taking a scrap piece after you measure your album, or you could just simply kind of fold it over the way you think that you want it. And I'm going to do it right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut what I just figured out that I wanted. And you'll want to do this and cut them all for all the pages. And let's see if I could fit it all into this video. I'm not going to glue it or put it together. You guys will have to do that, but I'll show you on this other page. Now there's your template. Super simple. Now when you go to the other side, you're going to have to flip it. And if you want to mark it, you would think I have a marker or something over here. I may or may not. I have so much stuff. Oh, nope, that's a stylus. Oh wait, I do. Yay. Okay. So this was the original side. So say this is front, or let's do right. God forbid my pen. I find a pen and it doesn't work. There it goes. Okay, so we're going to say right on this side, and we're going to say left on this side, so that you know that. So now I'm going to flip it. Since this was on the right side, I'm going to flip it to the left. And this is how I'm going to measure all my little baggies. And exactly how to cut the edges. And I will have a full pictorial on how I'm going to put this basic album together, and it will be basic for the content, or for my challenge, because I don't want to embellish it, because somebody else might have things that they want to put to it. So there you go. This is what I did, and this is so I do the first one, and it's super simple after that. I just set it up against the other ones, as you can see, and now you just got to do it once, and then go through and take all your pages and lay them down and angle them. And I think I got it here. And I just cut, and I just keep cutting till I get, and I can feel the bottom. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You can feel the bottom of your thing. See, there's one side. And let me move it just slightly here. And then I'm going to do it on this side here. And there you go. So, you know, here's your bags. They're ready to go. Let me take this off of here, because I want to show you this. It's really kind of important how you do it. So this would be my front page, unless you want to flip it in the front, which I really don't suggest you do that. Have one in the front like that, and have one in the back. So I'm going to flip it this way. This is so that the angles stay matched up, and they will stay matched up. If you're more adamant about being exact, you want to flip them the way you want them. So this is how I'm going to do it. This is going to be my front and back. And this is going to be a two-part video, guys, so just warn you. I'm going to cut it right now so that when I go on, you'll see it. All right, see you on the other side.